Jennifer? Morgan? Anybody home?
Oh, Ben, I didn't know you were here.
Well, I called out when I came in. Nobody answered.
Oh, yeah, well, I was just on the phone with Kelly.
What, don't you see enough of him as it is?
Oh, come on, don't laugh at me. I think about him every minute that I'm not with him, and if the phone rings, I hope it's him, and if it's not, I'm very upset.
I was just kidding.
And I can't believe all of these presents.
Yeah.
I mean, people send them. We didn't even send out invitations, and look at this. A lot of kids from my school sent things, and they can't even afford them. But your present was the best, because it'll be part of our wedding.
Oh, well, I have something else for you, too, but I want to see where you're going to live first. And I thought the cabin would be kind of special for you because you love the fall so much.
Oh, yeah.
This now, I see that, Henry and Vanessa sent you something pretty nice, too, here, huh?
Yeah. It's a nice stop, but I really don't know when we'll use the silver chafing dish. I mean, we're not going to live that kind of lifestyle. I
don't think it matters what kind of lifestyle you live, as long as you're always as much in love as you are today.
I hope we will be. But we won't if I keep doing dumb things.
What kind of dumb things?
Well, I'm almost embarrassed to tell you, but yesterday I acted really over-emotional and just blew up at Kelly for nothing. It wasn't even his fault.
No, I think that's bound to happen sometimes for both of you. You know, you just, well, you have to learn to roll with the rough times and trust each other. You know, I don't know, Amanda and I, we never gave each other that chance. Now I wonder if we'll ever have it.
Kelly, why didn't you tell me your wedding rehearsal is this afternoon?
Well, it stays light until after 8, so there's still time to have it.
I appreciate your dedication, but are you sure Morgan understands?
Well, she got a little upset at first, but then she recovered pretty quick and rearranged the whole thing, so it's no problem.
All right, listen, I'm off duty in about an hour. I'd like to buy you a drink, seeing how I can't make it to the wedding. You don't have to look at your watch. Your department head is asking you to have a drink with him. It's okay if you cut out a little early.
Sure, great. I'd like to.
Nola, I just heard that you and Floyd are getting married.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Well, I hope you'll both be very happy.
Thank you, I hope so, too. I bet Kelly's a big help around here.
Well, he's working out just fine now. The first few days of his clerkship, I was wondering if he was going to shape up or drop out.
Don't even remind me of that, Justin. Those are the worst few days of my life. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll go check on Mrs. Hurley now. I'll report back to you.
All right, fine. And there goes a young man who's going to make a very fine doctor one of these days.
I know. I've always known.
There's really no reason for you to wait here, Diane.
Oh, no, that's perfectly all right. Besides, it looks as if you're almost finished with that file.
Are you sure that some of Brandon's letters didn't get misfiled?
Oh, I'm sure they weren't. Brandon's secretary, Miss Sampson, was extremely efficient. She spent months after he died getting everything in perfect order for Alan before these files were moved down here.
Well, I had no idea he kept so many of his personal letters.
Brandon Spaulding was a very shrewd man. I'm sure he kept all of his personal letters, just in case he needed information to exert a little pressure on old friends who got out of line, you know.
I certainly never wrote anything to Brandon that he could use against me. Not that there would have been any need to.
Really? Well, I sort of had the idea that you were a little worried about something that you wrote to Brandon once, and you were so eager to get down here and go through his file.
No. You have it wrong. Well, I guess he must have destroyed the letters that I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
You are entirely welcome. I would just love to see Vanessa's face. If she ever had a chance to read these 3 letters that her dear daddy wrote to Alan's father.
award-winning Guiding Light. This portion is presented by Crisco Oil for fried foods that don't taste greasy and salads with no heavy, oily taste. And by Quilted Pampers. They help keep your baby dry.
Well, these are wonderfully original, Carrie. They really are.
Thanks, Vanessa. I'm glad you like them.
Yes, I do. I very much like them. And you see, Jocelyn Electronics is a pet project of my father and myself, and so I did want to see what direction you were going to go in with these graphics. Now, I'm leaving for a couple of days, but I'll be back at the end of the week. Do you think I could see the finished product then?
Oh, I don't think so. My things arrive from Milwaukee tomorrow, and I'm going to want to spend some time getting my little house in order.
Oh, how nice. Well, I'm sure you can find someone to help you with that.
I hope you have a very successful trip to Chicago, Vanessa. I will have these through before I leave for New York.
I didn't know that was definite.
Yeah? Diane called about an hour ago and confirmed it.
Oh, lucky you. I adore New York. How long are you going to be gone?
Just the day and the night. Ross, it's going to take me about half an hour to get my office cleaned up. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm going to go see Amanda for a little bit. I'll pick you up at the hotel in about an hour.
Sounds perfect. Vanessa, have a nice night.
Thank you.
Hello, Henry.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you, Henry. Huh?
Daddy, where have you been? I so wanted to see the graphics for Jocelyn Electronics.
Well, darling, I had an errand outside the office. I just got back.
Oh. Well, good, just in time. Then you can go out to the airport with me and Ed and have a bon voyage drink.
Oh, well, I thought he was going to have to go to the wedding rehearsal.
Yes, he was, but then Kelly kindly changed the time.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, darling, but I've made other plans.
Daddy, why do I get this feeling that you're hiding things from me?
Darling, I'm not hiding anything from you. It's just that I feel very sorry for poor Barbara, and I've asked her to have dinner with me, knowing you were going to Chicago.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, I thought Barbara was going to Switzerland to take care of her daughter, Holly.
Well, she is, but she has to wait until Andy appears before the judge he's going to be tried by.
Oh, why is it every time I come into Alan's office, I find you two in here?
Well, what difference does it make? Alan is never here.
That is Alan's private line.
Hello? Yes, this is Alan Sporing's office. No, Alan's not here right now. Would you like to leave a message? Diane, do you know when Alan's going to be back?
Well, I am going to be seeing him later this evening, but he won't be in at all tomorrow because of the wedding.
No, Mr. Spaulding won't be in tomorrow, but if you care to leave your name and your area code, She hung up. Would you have any idea who it was? Yes, I recognized the voice immediately. It was Rita Bauer.
How are you two doing?
Hi, fine.
I can hardly believe by this time tomorrow you're going to be married.
Well, I can believe it. I can't wait.
I know. I'm going to go change and shower.
Okay, everyone's going to dress really casually, you know, jeans, that kind of thing.
All right, I'll only be a few minutes.
Okay.
You know, Morgan, before Tim dropped me off over here, we stopped over at the apartment to see how the kids were coming along with the painting.
Oh, yeah, I went over there earlier. I couldn't believe how much they'd gotten done already.
I know.
But, Mike and Ed are going to bring the convertible sofa over from the attic over at Bert's. And then Ben said that he would deliver all of the wedding presents. So we can move in right after the honeymoon.
Oh, great. You know, Morgan, I bet you can't even remember the days when it looked like Kelly was going to have to move away and give up his clerkship and marry and...
No, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that. I just get a terrible feeling in the pit of my stomach every time I think about Nola. Especially when I see her at the hospital.
Yeah, I'm sorry I brought it up. Oh, look, Morgan, you got some more presents.
Come on, Noel, open it up. We want to see what Darlene got you.
Well, Tony, I just got home. I'd like you to sit and relax for a while.
Oh, sure, Nola. Sit down. Take a load off your feet, but I can't wait for you to see it.
Well, why don't you open it, Floyd? It's for you, too.
Yeah. Oh, sure, be anything you say. Oh, all right. Thank you.
Isn't it just adorable? You're supposed to put it on your bed on your wedding night and put a little piece of wedding cake under it. But the cutest part of all is when you put your head on the pillow, it starts a little music box inside.
Let's see.
All right. I've never seen anything like it before.
Neither have I.
And so, dear Brandon, Stephanie and I have done what we thought best. And I hope it'll turn out that way. You're the one friend I have who I know will understand, but I do ask that you destroy this letter and the others I've written you concerning Stephanie. Yours most sincerely, as ever.
Hi there.
Well, hi, Joe. What a surprise. How are you?
Freezing. I ran into Henry and Vanessa just outside.
Oh.
Warmer already? You know, I really miss you now that you're spending your evenings working with the big boss.
Oh, yes, well, I miss you too, but it can't be helped. Listen, Joe, one question. You were still pretty friendly with the Chamberlains when Rita Bauer left town so suddenly, and now that Vanessa is so chummy with Ed, I was just wondering if Vanessa said anything to you about why Rita left.
No, Vanessa never even mentioned Rita. Why?
Well, nothing really. Just that Rita's been calling Alan every now and then. She called him today.
How do you know where she called from?
No, because Vanessa answered the telephone, and Rita hung up when Vanessa asked for a callback number. At least that's what Vanessa told me. Rita used to call Alan fairly often while she was still living here. I always thought it was because she was Hope's friend and the only member of the Bauer family that Alan could really talk to.
You know, we have such little time together that I don't want to waste a second of it.
Diane.
Oh.
Forgive me. I would have knocked, but you were alone a couple of minutes ago when I called.
That is perfectly all right. Joe, this is Carrie Todd. Carrie's the new head of the graphics department. Carrie, this is Joe Bradley.
Joe, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Same here.
Diane, I wanted to check my travel arrangements to New York next week with you.
Oh, right. I spoke to Alan earlier arranging our working schedule for tonight, and he said that you should take the company jet from Springfield Airport.
Oh, well, now I'm not going to complain about that. We have come a long way from Omaha.
Yes, we certainly have.
Did you two know each other there?
Yes, I told you that. We worked for the same company in Omaha for a little while.
Oh, really? Well, what was the name of that company?
Laird and Sogard. Well, again, I apologize profusely for barging in like that. Good night. Have a nice night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Joe, have you found out anything more about that new company that's calling itself the Springfield Investment Company?
Nothing yet, but I'm still working on it.
Oh, well, I want anything that I can find out about it. I called information. They're not even listed. It makes me really suspicious.